Well, over the next several days, hundreds of high school students are going to be gathering at Escanaba High School. It's for a robotics competition. Ansley Watson is there this morning telling us more about how they're getting ready. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. That's right. Over 300 high school students are getting ready for this robotics competition that will be here in the Escanaba High School. Now, the competition begins tomorrow and runs through Saturday, and it is a big deal. There's going to be hundreds of kids here with the robots. It takes a lot of skill. There's engineering that goes into this, technology, science. It's going to be awesome. In a little bit, we'll actually get to talk to a few students here in Escanaba and just play around with their robot and see if it's ready for the competition. Just maybe put it to the test a little bit. Reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
Thank you very much, Ansley. Have some fun with that as we get ready for the day. Every time I think robotics competition, though, I immediately go to those, the robot fighting that they do. This is not robot fighting. It's not battle bots. It's this is a real competition.
Yeah, a little more skill, not just banging around.
Yeah, cool. And it's very fun. Now this weekend has some big exciting competition for the first robotics competition. Ansley Watson is at the Escanaba High School telling us more about it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Vicki. For those students involved in science and technology and engineering, this first robotics competition is the place to be. We're standing in Escanaba High School. I'm joined with the leader of the team, Marie Young. Good morning.
Good morning.
And a senior here, Nick Valakit. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Yeah, good morning.
So, wow, what is the first robotics competition, first of all?
It's an international program in which high schools create robots, and FIRST stands for Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology. And there are teams in Michigan and throughout the world who build a robot in 6 weeks and then compete in a game that is not unveiled until usually the beginning of the 6 weeks, obviously the first Saturday of January.
Oh, wow. So it stands for FIRST, but this necessarily isn't the first robotics competition.
It's our third. Yeah, we've had three. This is our third event that we've had here in Escanaba, and it's really the only one we've had in the Upper Peninsula up to this date as well.
You're saying that Michigan has quite a few teams in this as well.
Yeah, Michigan has so many teams actually that they count the state of Michigan as its own region.
Oh, wow.
And like if you were in California, you'd be competing with everybody from close to the West Coast. So they have to collect that many people just to amount up to the teams in Michigan.
Now, Nick, you've been involved in this for 5 years. You started as an 8th grader, you're a senior now. What's it been like for you?
It's pretty crazy. You actually learn so much because we actually work right with mentors from our sponsors, EMP and other businesses around town, stuff like that, but mostly EMP. They actually have their engineers that they have come over and they help us build these robots, and you're actually working right with them. So
you got a huge team here. How many people are involved in this?
Over 30 for sure.
We've got 56.
Wow. So the robot is actually right by us here. Kind of talk to us about how you guys built this.
Okay, so once kickoff starts the first Saturday of January, you have 6 weeks to build this robot, and from that date, you sit down and draw a bunch of crazy ideas. Everyone's always like, take a vacuum cleaner, make some Dr. Seuss machine, and kind of got something like that. But yeah, you just sit down and brainstorm for a long time. This year, we actually got to start using some CAD software. We use SolidWorks CAD, and we actually designed a lot of this stuff ourselves, like me and Evan Delgord, our other main building student. We designed most of it CAD, or actually almost all of it at this point. And from that day, we just started building the whole thing CAD once we had a pretty solid idea that everything would fit together, and we thought it would work pretty well. We just started having parts made. We made a lot of the parts ourselves in machine class, and we have some machine tools in our room. We use those.
This looks like a pretty complicated machine as well. Did you ever run into complications or difficulties?
Oh yeah, every day. Every day. It never works totally right the first time, but it always works good enough and ends up being pretty cool at the end.
Oh my goodness, this is incredible. Well, in a little bit, we'll actually get to see how it works and maybe put it to the test here, get you guys ready for the competition for this weekend.
Absolutely. Yeah.
All right, reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, TV6 News.
All right, looks really cool. Thank you very much, Ansley. I know they put a lot of work into that. For kids today, well, you're not going to get a snow day.
Welcome back. Well, if you haven't heard, Escanaba High School is hosting a robotics competition this weekend that will bring students from across the state to put their robots to the test. Ansley Watson is in Escanaba this morning to tell us a little bit more about it. Good morning, Ansley.
Good morning, Stan. That's right. Starting tomorrow, teams will be coming to Escanaba High School to prepare for this big event this weekend. I'm joined with the senior Nick Valakit. Good morning. Thanks for being with us.
Morning.
Nick, you've been involved with this robotics competition for several years now. What's it like?
This is my 5th year, and it's pretty crazy, actually. I mean, you learn so much. You work great with engineers from our sponsors, things like that. Every team does. Learning so much about engineering and everything, just like that, business and everything.
Absolutely. Well, you guys actually have your robot out ready to go, and Pierce and Shelby, I think they're going to make it. What is it going to shoot, or what is it going to do for us?
Okay, so the game this year is called First Stronghold, and the point of the game is to shoot boulders into towers. Boulders, the gray ball you see there. Go ahead and shoot, Shelby, if you wanted. Yeah, just like that.
Good job.
And then actually we have to drive over obstacles, and you get different points for everything you do.
Yes.
There's several different obstacles. You can probably see them in the background, kind of laying around our field here. But it's yeah, you get different points for different things you do, and like crossing certain obstacles,
Right.
you get points. You have to. Some of them you have to play with, move.
Yeah. So this is your practice field, but the actual course is coming in later today, right? And you guys have to put it together?
Yeah, later today, actually, they're going to come in with a big trailer with the whole field on it from the Michigan people, the First Association, everything. They're going to come in with a couple people to help set up the whole thing. All of these, cool things. They won't be made out of wood. They'll have nice professional made ones, but
Right.
yeah.
Well, I think that you need to help them out a little bit. Marie Young, I would like to ask you, you're the director, the leader here. Talk to me about what is this like? I mean, you have so many kids that are interested in this competition, and it's just so amazing what these kids are doing.
It is. It's a great opportunity for them and for the community. It's nice to have this competition here locally so that everybody can see just what it's all about. We have over 100, maybe about 120 volunteers who help us out. That would include so many parents who are involved, and throughout the town, everybody gets very excited and into it. So our school, also students here get to see this all happen. The school itself just gets completely changed. They don't recognize this place once we take it over. We begin the competition actually on Friday, and the opening ceremonies start at 10:30.
Okay.
And then about a half an hour of an opening ceremony. The first matches start at 11 on Friday. It goes up until 7 o'clock, and then it starts up again on Saturday. So
Okay.
Saturday, 9:30 we start, and that goes until 5 o'clock on Saturday with playoffs ending the day.
This is absolutely incredible. It's just amazing that they designed this, and it's working, and it's just doing awesome things. So actually, you guys have this competition, and then you can actually have the opportunity to go to regionals or state here in Michigan, and then after that, it's international in St. Louis, right?
That's true, yes. We are in week 3 right now of our district competitions. All teams need to go to 2 competitions in order to tally up the amount of points to compete for the possibility of going to regionals. There are also things such as awards that are given that can allow you to go to the regional competition as well. Once teams are ranked following the 6 weeks of the district competitions, then those teams that have qualified will be able to go to St. Louis, which is the international competition.
Oh, wow. That's so incredible. I'm so excited for you and your team, and I hope you guys do well over the weekend. So thank you guys for showing us this.
Thank you
This
for
is
coming.
awesome. No problem. Reporting live in Escanaba, Ansley Watson, and we'll be back with more of your TV6 Morning News after the break.